Actually, talking of dual face, I want to tell you something about our state. Most of us are Bengalis, aren't we? Yes? If you just see the freedom movement, and you'll see, if you make a list, you'll see probably more than 50%, probably 60 or 70% freedom fighters were from Bengal. Am I right? And many of them actually died on the gallows. Am I right? Who took them to the gallows? Who took them to the British? Bengalis. So two faces. Okay? We complain about lack of industry in Bengal. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, when we talk about that, this is not new. We talk about many excuses. I was recently in Rajasthan. I was talking to people and they were saying, of course with no reference meant to Bengal, they were talking about the Birlas, the Ambanis, the Adanis. Not the Adanis maybe, but at least the Birlas. And many Marwari people left their state and came to Eastern India, particularly to our state, and contributed a lot. Alright? Did we? How much have we done? He can boast of a few like Dwarkanath Tagore and some others. If you go back in time to Alibardi Khan and Sirajud-Dowla, who were the businessmen in their court? You know some names? Sir would know. Jagat Seth. Does that name sound Bengali to you? But you take the other side, think of Gujarat. Dhirubhai Ambani going to the Middle East, filling petrol in the petrol station, coming back and investing in Jamnagar. So unless Bengalis believe in Bengal, we cannot expect the world to come to us. In no place in the world can you just blame the government for everything that's going on. What are we doing? I think the message is loud and clear. Just blaming other people will take us nowhere. Even if we contribute a very little bit, that is something. There's another thing I'd like to tell you. You go around the city, most houses are empty. Old people trying to protect their houses, almost defenseless. Something can go wrong to them, and it does. They get robbed, they get mugged, they get killed sometimes. And when they die, those houses are not kept. The houses are sold because the children are elsewhere. All Bengali youth don't do research. All Bengali youth are not in dire need of money. We have for centuries chosen the easier way out. Because this was a fertile land, we didn't have the plight of people in Rajasthan. We didn't have to travel hundreds of kilometers to look for money. It was there. Because it was there, we chose to take the easy way out. So when we talk of ourselves, we have to confess that right now is a time when we should own up to our responsibilities in every field. In every field, if we stand up and be somebody, then we will get more recognition from the world. We already do. We produce Nobel laureates. Of course we do. But the Nobel laureates are there, and the plight of today's Bengal is also there. It's not that it's always somebody else. The thing that happened in the last couple of days, I'll say, I just intended to tell this to the teachers. I felt very happy. You know why? Tell me why I should feel happy. Give me a few reasons. Why I should feel so terribly happy and elated. You saw most of the performances, other than those that were reserved for junior school, which were equally good. But you had a sampling. Tell me why I should feel happy. Tell me why you are happy. Come on. You've heard, you've seen. You can tell me. Why such? You don't feel happy? You witnessed a series of performances specially curated for you. Are you happy? Yes. Why? It's a very simple question. No, anybody. There's no right or wrong answer. You're all happy.
Stand up. For opening up our eyes once again from the last performance.
Was the only last performance? See, the last performance was a message.
Yes.
The other performances?
They were happy performances.
No, they might be happy, but why should we be happy with what happened today? With everything that happened. The last performance I come to separately. Yes, please?
Sir, I think the thought between each and every performance.
The fact is, look at this. The teachers teach you every day without taking leave. So many of them have put together this wonderful bouquet for you, for your happiness, because it's Children's Day. They know that it is their job not just to teach in the classroom, but ultimately to make you, to give you happiness. So when they have felt so accountable that without taking any time off from teaching you or doing their normal responsibilities, they have gone many extra miles to make this day a happy day for you. Am I right? So that's, and nobody told them to. If these performances were different, you would not have blamed them, you still would have clapped. But the quality of the performances, the efforts they took, the coordination they had, everyone, without exception, putting in their very best, what does that speak of? That speaks of commitment. So when we have that kind of commitment, there is hope. Right? If today you can match in future, or why even today, what your teachers have collectively done, then it's there. Then you don't repeat the mistake of, because you see, this small group, magnified, multifold, becomes community, becomes society. If we are accountable, if we feel joy and happiness in doing what we are doing, and take ownership, then the rest is possible. Am I right? Second reason to be happy. This was the first reason. Still not performance based. Say about the whole thing.
Whatever we do, I stand up.
Stand and say. Even you can sit and say quickly.
It made us feel special.
Yes, of course. That's actually from the first point. The first point tried to make you feel special. What's the second point? Quickly.
So 1 clue. Give him 1 clue.
Why should I give them a clue? It's very simple. Very, very simple. No. The Children's Day part, they've got it fully. And more is waiting for them outside. So this is the interact now. Come on. Second point. There is a spirit in this school. Do you know that? Do you see that? The spirit amongst the school, among its teachers, among the students. It is not confined to one generation of teachers. Do you realize that? Today if Satya sir performed, Naveen sir also performed. Alright? 2 separate generations. Alright? If Shobha sir performed, who else performed today? With this lovely duet that happened here? Who? Did you know that hidden talent there, strumming the guitar? You didn't. Okay? There was Nusrat ma'am, there was Trisha ma'am, of course there's Manisha ma'am. So across generations, we make it a point to be accountable to you. Okay, I belong to one generation, Shubho sir probably the next generation. There's a third and maybe a fourth generation here. And all feel equally accountable to you. Recently in a meeting here where parents were also present, some of you were also probably there, I said this is a non-hierarchical organization. That the cleaning boy, if he speaks sense, may carry more weight than what I say if I speak nonsense. That is valid here. This is a place where the person who dusts and the person who cleans is as important as your teacher, as your principal. If you bear these simple things in mind, then words like compassion will carry extra meaning. You see, the word tolerance means nothing. Tolerance is a Western word, glorified. Tolerance means what? I tolerate you. But the word should be what? Like the Gita said, many rivers flow into one ocean. Each river is equally valid. Each path is equally valid. There is no big or small. So the point is, you have come to a very unique school. Very, very unique school. If you have just been in the school, forget if you have studied much or not studied much. If you have been in the school and you have tried to flow with the river of the school, your lives will blossom like a rose. Okay? My belief and my faith is that the last plot that was said, in fact there were many discriminations that were talked about. The discrimination against black, for instance. You know, the word black magic came up, for instance. Why black magic? Why couldn't it have been white magic? Have we ever asked ourselves? So black is beautiful. See, all this discrimination is our creation. It has served particular interest groups. If we have to grow as a state, as a community, as a nation, we have to be together. In my youth, I've seen that when one person from Kerala gets into a job, he brings 10 more people from his state. And I've seen also that when one Bengali gets into a company, he makes sure that no other Bengali comes. No, this is true. It's not something to laugh about. The point is, all the wisdom that you need in life has been curated and provided to you by this unique group of people who are our teachers and our staff members. And the very, very funny thing is that generation after generation, they are serving you with equal level of commitment and dedication. Okay? So, if I say what is my expectation from you on Children's Day, it would be wrong to say that you should do what we couldn't do. But the only thing I'd like to tell you is, don't run away from the problem. Ultimately, you cannot run away. I cannot run away. We cannot run away. Because we have tried to run away, we have landed in the situation, unfortunately, where the community and society finds itself today. If we did not run away, if we had stood our ground firmly, we would never have had to see what we see today. But the opposite is true. If we stand our ground even today, even with all of you, we can make Bengal the #1 state of India and India the #1 country of the world. I would like to believe, I may not be there, I would like to believe that the future of the world will be designed also by the students of the Future Foundation School. Thank you very much.
let's make them cheer for all the teachers.
Yes.
Right? One.
Can we also have some
Yes.
staff members on this stage, please?
Yes.
And I would like some people from Oru Nursery to come in. It's very wrong that our students of 11 and 12 sometimes forget who taught them first.
Shubhasa, Biplab,
Please come, some
everybody.
teachers we can't put everybody on the stage. But Oru Nursery, please join us. Mullan and his staff members, please join us.